12 hours after my shift.
Level 1, I picked up my first pickaxe from Sir Diggs-a-Lot. I mined some coal and worked on improving my accuracy. I stayed in Mushtown until level 5. Sir Diggs-a-Lot said I learned everything here and I'm ready to go to Nilgarv. I saw that Nilgarv got expanded. Now there's a proper fishing and mining shop. I met Sir Barrymore and replaced my wooden pickaxe for a stone pickaxe. I tried to do some mining, but the deposits were too high level for me. I found better luck mining in the Great Crossroads. There's a lot of copper deposits here, specifically in the Borden near Gertrude. 3 copper ores spawned pretty quickly inside, but I would get unlucky and get thrown out. It was fun whacking ores with people and discovering the update along the way. I stayed in the Great Crossroads until level 10, then I went back to Nilgarv and picked up my copper lantern. I checked out Tree of Life, wondering if there would be new secrets here, but I found nothing. It seemed like these areas mainly cater to fishing. I went back to the Great Crossroads because that's where everyone was. Level 11 took 3 songs, 12 was slow, sometimes you're lucky with rare ores, and most of the time you're not. 13 was slow, I kept running away from the hogs. While I was listening to Ive, I felt that my aiming improved. It was easier to hit the marks, and I trusted myself to spam click it. If you miss the marks, you have to wait a few seconds and that ruins your flow. By level 15, I got in the flow of things, and time started going by fast. Here's how many ores I've picked up in the last 2 hours. Now I can buy a copper pickaxe. I think mining damage is less hits, yield equals more ores, and prospect is like luck. Now I could mine iron nodes, so I stayed in Nilgarv where everyone was. Iron nodes took 6 hits, 31.25 XP, so about 500 XP. Doesn't do much to offset the XP though. I did some socializing and eavesdropped on people's conversations. People were helping new players and figuring out if Ranger and Assassin are the hardest subclasses. While leveling up, I noticed some people started using AFK clickers. The only downside is that it's a lot slower because you're not doing the minigame. I reached a slump at level 17 once the EXP requirement was 100k. That's when I knew it would slow down. I went back to Mushtown because apparently it's faster. There's 6 nodes next to each other and it only takes 1 mark. I set a watch from level 19 to 20 and it took 13 minutes and 32 seconds. Now we unlocked smelting. He said to talk to his brother Sir Tunnels Deep. Some weapons and armor use these ingots for foraging, otherwise they're kinda useless. So I took a break and it's day 3 since the update. Some people have already reached level 50. After burning out, I decided to give mining a second chance and try to reach level 30. I was inspired by Alyssa Liu after she said falling makes her feel alive. After looking through the Discord guides, I had a plan. I went to the marketplace and bought some goblin sharks. I started smelting iron ore so that I didn't have to wait for the iron pickaxe. I saved time by using all 3 smelters at once, and apparently it works offline. After lurking around Discord, I realized my way of leveling up was really inefficient. Apparently the meta was to stay in warrior strongholds and mine coal. I believe the developers have already changed this by the time this video comes out. Goblin sharks really sped up the leveling process. Every other node was dropping a gem. After about 45 minutes, I reached level 25. Now that the iron is done smelting, I crafted the iron pickaxe. It looks really clean and the stats were much better. I kept eating the sharkies. 26 and 28. I took a small fishing break on my paladin. Fishing feels slower than mining, but the buffs that fish give seem promising. I caught some goblin sharkies and runic fish. It'll be more efficient once I unlock fishing surges. This was the final stretch, 287,000 XP. I feel bad for all the people with motion sickness. Don't forget to help new players. With my determination, I reached level 30. We unlocked silver ingots, silver trinket, smeltable ancient scrolls. How does that work? You need a lot of silver, so good luck. My brother went down to level 3 and we haven't seen him since. Is this the end? I feel like I'm in Patapon and we saw the sun, but it's not actually it. So back to Earth End we go. We have 20 more levels. Hopefully we can unlock the deeper levels. Overall, this update seems promising. I hope the developers continue to fine-tune professions. Allegedly, at higher mining levels, you can craft cursed and undo scrolls. And look at this, there's a new gold mine in Whispering Dunes. I'm optimistic about the future of professions. Imagine how much more equips and schools can be crafted. More accessibility, less burnout. I hope there will be more incentive to mine in other maps. Right now, people are only staying at Mushtown or Warrior Stronghold. It's a nice break from fighting mobs. The EXP curve is a log. The best way to stay sane while leveling up is multitask, listen to every album, or binge watch. I love update weekends because that's when the Vesteria community bands together and tries to figure out all the new secrets and mechanics. It's a small community, but a very active one. Do you guys think AFK clickers and macros are harmful for Roblox games? Should players be punished for something that's technically allowed? How can developers better reward players who actually play their game? These are rhetorical questions, by the way. Min-maxing scares me. On one side, they have to time gate activities, and game development takes time. On the other side, it can be too tedious for players. New players can look at it and think, I have to spend money. Rip the electricity bills. Sometimes I wonder if all those hours I spent AFKing in every tycoon game ever was worth it. Sorry to the people I hurt. Professions update TLDR. V-Swarm Simulator, Bloxburg 925. I can see why some veteran players dislike this update. It would make more sense if it was added on the game's release. People might feel like they have to do mining and fishing. But to each their own. Take a deep breath. Sometimes you need to take a moment to soak in all the beautiful scenery. It can be easy to forget why you're farming or doing the same task over and over again. The existential dread is too much. But that's why breaks are important. When games start to feel like a chore, you have to step back and think about your reasons. Talk to people, join a guild. You don't have to progress in this game alone.